Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Glory Elijah and this is Frankly Speaking with Glory. So guys, today's episode promises to be very funny and entertaining. But before I continue guys, I want to remind you all that tonight is the continuation of the Big Brother Naija Pepper Dem Gang reunion show. So if you enjoy my analysis, my critics of the show, please stay tuned to my channel tonight as I bring to you more juicy details. Now let's go into today's video proper. Yes guys, yesterday was Father's Day and brought a lot of memories to me. My dad is actually late and he was a very strong figure in my life. There was a lot of things that has happened between I and my dad, a lot of knowledge that my dad has passed on to me. There's a lot of beautiful things I have to say about my dad, a lot of beautiful memories that I have to, share about my dad, and just a few of them, I decided to bring them to my channel today and share with you guys. So that's why I titled today's video, Don't Do This Because You're Female. Now, initially when I thought of that topic, I wanted to go all feminist and all, let's talk about gender, let's talk about how women are treated in society, blah blah blah. But then I thought about it and I'm like, okay, even if my dad especially actually instilled certain trainings or disciplines in me, growing up now, if I look at myself, most of those disciplines instilled in me, they are still very valid in my life. They're actually working greatly for me, and I am very grateful for all of those trainings that he gave to me. Back then growing up, I felt like he was literally punishing me, or I felt like he was cheating me and depriving me of my basic human right, all because I am a female child. But now growing up, I'm thinking about the aftermath of all these trainings, and I feel like I'm a better human being because of all those trainings. So guys, what I'm going to do on this video is I'm going to list them one after the other. I'm going to talk about them, and please guys, as I talk about them, please drop your own experiences in the comment section below. I know that everybody was raised different, but then this is Nigeria, so there's the speculation that 90% of Nigerian kids were actually raised the same way. They say that it's as if all Nigerian parents are on the same WhatsApp group because they literally give their children the same punishment, the same rules and regulations and all of that. So guys, let's have fun with this video and let me start now. So the first things that my dad used to tell me was, don't be too angry, don't get angry at all because you're a female. Now when he was telling me that, as a child, I was very upset. Like, why would you tell me not to get angry? I mean, I have feelings, I have emotions running through my veins. So when people offend me, I should not be upset, Abby. I should just be quiet. I should take all their bullshit in, Abby. So I was a very rebellious child, guys. Let me not lie. Forget this innocent face that you're seeing, guys. I used to be very stubborn. I swear down, like, my dad used to call me the black sheep of the family, and he used to call me Parawayo. In my dialect, I think it means guys, honestly, I don't know what it means. So if you are from Akwa Ibom, help me out. What's the meaning of Parawayo? My dad used to call me like that female child that has the heart of a man, because I was so stubborn, guys. Like everything, all the characteristics of my dad, I had it. My dad is a very strong disciplinarian. My dad has a strong personality, and my dad is a brainiac. Like, he used to read a lot. He was an accountant, but he knew something about everything. Talk about politics, sports. By the way, his favorite football team was Chelsea. My dad was just too versatile, and he was the one that actually taught me, I and my siblings, how to know something about everything. He always tell us that, look, no knowledge is wasted. So coming from that kind of family, coming from that kind of background, I felt like my dad was just too hard. That was my thoughts back then, and I became a very reclusive child. I was always keeping to myself. I wasn't talking too much to anybody. I was very secretive. My siblings even got tired of me at some point. I didn't have friends. I was just on my own. So now, but in the midst of all that, I had a very foul temper. I always get angry, and I used to fight a lot with my siblings, with my brothers especially. And the way my dad used to do it, when he returns from work, because he was a banker, when he returns from work and he sees that there's cocoa on my head, or my eye is swollen, what happened in this house? That's the first thing he will shout. And they'll say, oh, Itoro fought with Victor. What happened between them? Victor said Itoro should go and wash plate. Itoro did not wash plate. My dad doesn't want to know whether it is Victor's turn to wash plate, because in my house, my parents were able to fashion out a house chores timetable for us. So the girls will wash plates, cook food, do this and that. The guys will sweep the house. But the guys, sometimes they will skip their chores. They will not do their chores. And at the end of the day, my dad will still come and punish us, the girls. Like, okay, even though your brothers did not do it, why didn't you do it? So when you go to your husband's house, is this how you're going to behave? So my sisters, they will do it too. But me, I was very rebellious. I was always revolting. Like, why the hell should I do my brother's chores for them? I didn't know human beings. So they have hands, you know. And when we cook, they always get the lion's share. My dad used to pamper my brothers like mad, you know. So it made me dislike and resent them with a passion growing up as a child, you know. So one of those days like that, you know, okay, as I was saying, guys, whenever I had a fight with my brothers, at the end of the day, no matter who started the fight, as long as Glory is involved, my dad will punish me. He will tell me, Kake Tongidon, that's go and kneel down and face the wall. When you down and face the wall, he will now flog you with cane or belts. Guys, those things used to annoy me. So you see all the male figures in my house, I used to resent all of them, from my dad to my brothers, because I just felt like I was being marginalized, I was being cheated, you know. So moving forward, I was always getting upset. And then one of those days that struck the turning point in my life, there's this boy in my compound that was like a bully, but I was 6 years older than this boy, but he's kind of like big. He's the biggest kid in the compound. So I was pounding crayfish and this boy was playing football on the corridor. So the ball kept on hitting on me, and I was telling him, this thing, if he enters this mortar, my mom is not going to be happy. Stop what you're doing. And the boy was like, you won't stop, what will I do? So he kept on taunting me, guys. And that's not the first time. This guy constantly embarrasses me. He taunts me. He does a lot of nasty things. When he's fetching water from the well, he's pouring the water on me. And when I talk, he'll be like, what will you do? He's always daring me. So that very day, I was very upset. And the guy was telling me, what will you do? What will you do? You know, because he felt I was a weakling, you know. Because when I was very small, I was very skinny and fragile looking and everything. Guys, by the time I was upset with this guy, there was this spare mortar. It was like a small mortar. We used it to pound pepper and stuff. I didn't know where I got the energy from. It was like I turned to superwoman. I carried this mortar up and I threw it at the guy. Like I used and stoned this boy. Guys, this is what happened. His leg was here, his feet, and then the mortar landed here. So it almost hit his feet. Guys, the whole compound stood still. Everybody was shocked. Everybody was like, what? They ran. I went to go and call my dad outside. My dad came. On a normal day, my dad is going to punish me. He's going to beat me up. Like, why did you do that? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? My mom was dumbfounded. And the truth is, everybody in the compound is a witness that this boy is always bullying me, you know. But nobody could talk. Everybody was shocked. Like, where did Glory get this strength from to carry that mortar? Where did so much anger come from? Guys, you know what happened? My parents just carried me into the house. When they took me to the house, for 5 minutes, they were looking at me like this. My dad did not even know what to do. He was short of words. After calming down, he now started begging me. No punishment that day. My dad was begging me. He said, Itoro, please, don't ever get angry like this anymore. You are a woman. So if you get angry like this and you get married, that means if your husband upsets you, you will kill him. You will kill him. Or if your brothers upset you, the way you are fighting with them, you can kill them one day. You know, my parents were just talking to me that day, like they were begging me. You know, they were not giving me all the etiquettes of a female. As a woman, you should do this. You should not do that. You should do this. You should not do that. Like, they started reminding me. These are things they've been telling I and my sisters over and over and over. That very day was a thorough lecture. So guys, fast forward to today now, I feel like all those words of wisdom that my parents actually gave me about anger, you know, anger management, managing my anger, it has really helped me, because these days when people really upset me, I tend to just walk away from those situations. And if it really pisses me off, I go and cool off, and then I come back and I say, okay, can we have a conversation about this? This is what you did to me. This is what you did to me. Gone are those days when I used to overreact irrationally. You piss me off, now slap. You piss me off, I carry something and I break your head, or I hit you, you know. But now, guys, because of the constant reminder that my parents were always giving me, you are female, you should not get angry, you know, And reading books and becoming more enlightened, I realized that, look, I'm only female. I can get angry, of course, it's allowed because I have emotions running through my veins, you know, but I cannot allow myself to be controlled by my anger. Anger is an emotion that every human being feels, and it's allowed to be angry. You know, there's certain situations that you cannot just avoid getting upset about, you know. But when you get angry, the question is, how rational can you get when you're angry, and how irrational can you get? So I learned how to control my emotions, control my anger. You know, I read books about emotional intelligence. You know, so now when people upset me, I just laugh over it. You know, I laugh about it because in my head I'm like, oh glory, thank God you're a changed woman, hallelujah. You know, guys, so that's just one of it. So the second thing that my dad taught me that has really helped me today is, my dad used to tell me, stop smiling too much. And I'm like, why the hell will you tell me to stop smiling? Shouldn't I smile again? And it was as a result of, you know, back then, growing up as a female, I was growing up beautifully, and we had those male bachelors in the compound. You know, I told you guys I grew up in a face me, I face you. So they will start eyeing you, eyeing me, and then they'll like, Glory, you are growing fine, no. Glory, you are looking good. Glory, we like your nose. So whenever they give me compliments like that, I'll start smiling like this. But I thank you. They'll be like, see your smile. You have a nice smile. I'm like this. So one of those days, one of those brother in the compound was giving me a compliment about my nose. Like, Glory, this is your long nose. You be American girl. You come from America. And me, I'll be like this. Hey! My mom was outside that day. My mom just dragged me. Oh yeah, come here. She just carried me inside the house. And she was like, why are you shining your teeth? Why are you opening your teeth like that? I don't understand. I said, but that's here, I'm fine. And she was like, my friend, shut up your mouth. And she was like, so don't you know that you are beautiful? Oh, you are waiting for all this brother to be telling you you are beautiful, Abi, eh? Let me warn you today. Never you. A man is telling you, oh, you are fine, your nose is fine, your teeth is fine, your eye is fine, and you are don't you know that when you smile like that, they will think that, oh, you are an easy target, you are an easy lay, eh? Don't you know how to comport yourself, carry yourself, position yourself? Guys, that day, lecture no be here. So it wasn't like a one-off process, you know, it was a continuous process. My mom had to constantly remind me that you are a fine girl, you're a fine girl. That was the way she used to be. You're a fine woman. So stop allowing all these men to be telling you all this nonsense. Every time they tell you you are fine, you are shining your teeth, you know, and it might sound really, you know, funny, but guys, it was actually real, because there were issues, of course, of male neighbors raping female children and all of that, you know. So not in my compound anyways, but around the environment, around the area. So my parents are only trying to, you know, protect I and my sisters, you know, from all those male predators and all of that. So growing up now, they have instilled that confidence in me that I am actually very beautiful. So guys, now if you like give me a compliment, I'm like, okay, thank you. And some men, you know, some guys that were trying to toast me all those times, they'll be like, and this girl, now wow, I'm telling you are fine, I'm even giving you a compliment, you cannot even appreciate it. I said, I don't understand. So because you gave me a compliment, I should open my leg. Hey bro, so gate opened. Nobody has ever told me I'm fine in my life. Gate opened, access granted. My friend, go and sit down, Jerry. You know, it sort of boosted up my confidence, you know. And even though my parents were not the type to always look at you and constantly tell you, oh my God, you are beautiful, you are beautiful. My parents were not that type. My parents were not very emotional. My parents were not the type that would hug you. It's not these days now people will start hugging their kids. If you don't hug your kid, your kid will say, oh dad, you didn't hug me, you know, things like that. No, I grew up in a home where emotions and feelings were not easily expressed, you know. So for my mom and my dad to tell me, stop shining your teeth, you're already fine, you know, you're already fine, for me it meant a whole lot. And that you're already fine, you're a fine girl, it already boosted up my confidence so much. And guys, I cannot lie, like these days now, gosh, the value I put on this my head, no be here. So number 3, guys, the warning my dad used to give me when I was growing up as a female child was, don't stay outside, you know. And that was because I grew up on the mainland of Lagos, and the streets of Lagos is not just funny, it's not an easy street where people can just stay outside and do whatever they want to do at any time that they like, you know. So even if my brothers and I were outside, my dad will return from work by 7 p.m. So once he returns and he sees me outside, he's all get inside. So I have to go inside. So I was always feeling cheated, like, okay, but my brothers are outside, like, are you a man? Are you a man? Do you want to have a male organ in front of you before you learn that you're not a man? You know, they always warn me like that. They always called me like that. So I used to feel cheated. I used to feel really sad, like, oh, my parents hate me. My parents hate me. You know, but then sometimes they will try to let me understand that, listen, it's not safe for you to always be outside as a female. You know, what are you doing outside exactly? You know, so back then I used to be very upset, but now growing up, you know, even when I was in university, I was able to control my movement. I was able to understand and time myself that, listen, Glory, you're not supposed to be outside by this time. You're supposed to be inside by this time. And now it has really helped me to understand my movement. It has really helped me to control myself, you know. So most of the time, I don't even go out at all. Although this is one part of my life that I'm really trying to work on, to always be really, really outgoing, you know, explore the outdoors a lot, you know. But in as much as I am learning to explore the outdoors, I've also been able to groom myself from their advice on how, as a female, you should not put yourself in very, very volatile situations. You should not put yourself in very, very easy positions where you'll be seen as an easy target, you know. So when I go out and I feel like, okay, this place is not getting conducive anymore, I know when to tell myself to walk away, you know. So guys, basically these are just the 3 out of the many things that my parents would say, don't do this because you're a female. If you're a female on this channel watching this right now, please let me know in the comment section below what your own experience is like. There's this saying that most people in Nigeria, or most parents, they groom their kids like the same way. I don't know how true that is. So let me know how many of you share the same experience as I do. That said, guys, I'll see you in tonight's episode of Frankly Speaking with Glory. Don't forget to tune into my channel. Have an amazing day. Bye.